For more than 3 centuries, Americans have built their own guns. And now it's more popular than ever. Today, 3 builders race the clock and each other. They face a mission-specific box of parts and a series of challenges. The winner earns bragging rights, prizes, and takes home a gun. This is Buildbox.
My name's Joe Meaux, and my background is kind of about guns. I really like building all kinds of mechanical things. Guns are just really neat because of the operation, the capabilities they give you. When I was about 16, it started with building an air rifle. Rode my bike to the library, got some books on it, and just continued from there. I think gun builds are really popular these days because of the access to the internet, access to knowledge. I've never really done a competition show like this, but I think I can bring some things to the table. Now let's just see what the builds bring.
How are you today?
Good to see you.
All right.
I guess we're doing Glocks.
Yes, we have an advantage challenge, okay?
Okay.
All right, the first thing I want to ask you is, do you know how many component parts are in a Glock?
I could count them right now, but off the hand, no.
Take a guess.
14.
Really? All right, there's your answer, 14. All right, so here's the challenge. No, and I'm not going to tell you either.
Okay. Components?
So here's your advantage challenge. All right, today you're going to reassemble a field strip Glock. Okay? When I say go, you're going to do it. Okay. When you're done, the magazine's inserted, the slide's locked to the rear, you set it down, the clock will stop. All right? You're going to be timed on this. Fastest person wins an advantage. There's one twist though. We're going to do it blindfolded, buddy.
The advantage challenge was kind of a surprise. The blindfold was unexpected.
When I hit the clock, I'll tell you to go. When you set it down and you're satisfied, I will stop the clock. Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Go. No pressure, but the clock is ticking, buddy.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast, so I tried to be patient, make sure everything went together properly.
All right, 40.93. All right, Joe, and your answer was 14. We'll let you know how that washes out.
Okay.
You can step off the build.
All right, thanks.
My name is Josh Husser. Been competing in shooting since I was about 10. I competed all throughout high school, college. Worked for a pretty big shop, do sales, gunsmithing, kind of a jack of all trades. I've taught myself to Cerakote on the side. I think the biggest thing that I can bring to the table on the show here is that I can tend to think on my feet pretty quickly. I've done a little bit of everything. I haven't really specialized in one thing. And so I think I kind of take, whatever's thrown at me and go from there and run with it.
Hi, Josh.
How you doing?
Today's advantage challenge is going to be reassembling a field strip Glock. All right? I have one question, though.
Okay.
So the question is, do you know how many components make up a Glock?
Total?
Yes.
32.
All right, 32.
Chris asked me how familiar I am with the Glock, and I said I'm pretty familiar, and he said, have you ever done it blindfolded? And I said, I guess we're about to.
Builder ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Go.
I kind of put the barrel in upside down at first, but got that figured out and didn't really have many issues. Done.
Your time? 28:43.
Okay.
Not bad.
Good deal.
You can leave the build box station.
Jimmy Gears is what everybody in the country calls me. Jimmy. I go by whatever anybody wants to call me. I don't matter. My wife calls me Jimmy Gears. That's just become, well, that guy's he makes the money. We do Cerakote work in at the Forgotten Coast in Florida. I have a nationwide family called Scallywags Nation that supports me, and nowadays all the majority of firearms are becoming more and more modular, and it really allows somebody like me, who's an artist by nature and at heart, to really go anywhere you want with a gun.
All right, Jimmy. I have one question for you.
Yes, sir.
How many components make up a Glock pistol? You know the number?
I do not.
Take a guess.
19.
Okay, there's your number, 19.
Okay.
All right. So the advantage challenge is going to be how fast can you reassemble a field stripped Glock pistol?
Okay.
There's one key factor though.
Okay.
I'm going to blindfold you.
All right. Well, the challenge caught me by surprise, for sure.
Stand by. Go.
The guide rod gave me a lot of problems. It seemed like it was taking forever. The rest of the gun went together really well.
All right, Jimmy. Your answer was 19 for the number of parts, and your time was 30 seconds, 30.47, 30.47.
Okay.
So far, we've done a lot of pistol-based stuff. We're working with a Glock, so I'm thinking we're going to be building or creating some kind of specialized Glock.
Welcome into the buildbox workshop. Semi-auto pistols are extremely popular for customization. Some are built for improving shooting. Some are customized pieces of art. Today's build is
Buildbox, brought to you by Double Star, Ballistic Advantage, Blue Force Gear, Brownells, and Lone Wolf Arms.
welcome to the buildbox workshop. You all were chosen for your skills in pistol builds. Nice job on the challenge. Gun nerd level, 10 out of 10.
Thinking back at it, I wish I'd have kind of counted all the components in the Glock in my head, because I was walking from there into here, I would keep counting, and I was like, it's 33.
I think Joe's gonna be pretty big competitor. He's kind of a big competitor. Jimmy seems pretty experienced as well, so that's a big wild card.
At our shop, Scallywags, we do wild customization to firearms. We really push the limits, and we're kind of known around the country for pushing the limits. So I feel like when it comes to aesthetics, I have to win that part.
First, let's introduce our judges. He doesn't have much use for a pistol, but never said he can't shoot them. Kevin Jarnagin.
If Quigley could do it, so can I.
He's taught thousands of people to shoot pistols. Mr. Grip Sights and Trigger, Chris Cerino.
I do love to shoot handguns.
The Baron of Guns, a gunsmith, gun tech, gun guru, host of Smithbuster, the very dapper Caleb Savant with Brownells. Don't touch the hair. Semi-auto pistols are extremely popular for customization. Some are built for improving shooting. Some are customized pieces of art. Today's build is Pistol Perfection. Using Lone Wolf slides and frames, you'll be creating a custom pistol build. Josh, you had the fastest time in the Advantage Challenge, which means you get to pick between two advantages. The Range Challenge, where you get to send one of your competitors to shoot a course of fire when you throw the flag. The clock keeps ticking and you keep working. Or the Mystery Advantage, which could help you or hinder your competitors. The Mystery Advantage today is Fuzzy Bandit. Just remember, Jimmy was the second fastest, and he will get the advantage that you don't pick. So Josh, what'll it be?
I want to know what that mystery is, so I'm gonna check that. I tend to not try and screw over other people, but if that's what I got, then that's what I got, I guess. I'll take it.
For this build, you have 3 hours, and your time starts now. These gun builds will be judged on 4 criteria: overall appearance, individuality, meets the mission, and shootability.
For me, this is going to be super interesting because this is not something I do.
I've done some of them, but not to this extent. Not from taking it from parts to, I mean, within our given time limit, a finished gun, like, and a pretty gun. That's what we're looking for, right? So there's a lot of parts to go through right now.
You've been inside the boxes. How would you start?
So, step one, you just need to define a purpose for your build. What's this gun going to be used for? Then from there, you move on to picking a frame size, which they have multiple frames to choose from. And once you have your frame size, from there you can start picking the rest of your parts.
Laying everything out.
Yeah, so basically, once you get that frame out on the table, you know what frame you're going with, then you need to select the parts that will fit with that frame and just lay out your options and pick from there.
We all seem to have a real similar experience level, so I think it's going to be tough. I think it'll be a real close competition.
I know what he's doing. Joe's going big.
I decided to go ahead and build a range gun, something that you would enjoy shooting just to shoot. Long slide, low recoil, threaded barrel, lots of ammo capacity, just something fun, but still streamlined.
It'd be hard not to, like, especially when you talk shootability.
Yeah.
It's hard not to go that direction.
Right.
I'm a big fan of a long slide pistol.
Absolutely. One of the defining factors of this is shootability. So, I mean, anything you can do to make it easier to shoot, you have that longer sight radius, so you're gonna be able to be more accurate with that gun. Not to mention recoil is gonna be less because you're adding more weight to it.
Obviously, these guys are gonna probably, I would hope, to be stippling these frames.
Yeah,
right?
I would love to see that.
I would love to see it. So would you go in and fit everything, put it together? Because these don't take long to build.
Right.
Right?
I would wait till the end to do anything like that. I would get a good functioning gun first, because whenever you do that, it's not gonna affect the function of the gun.
I try to do a combination of the two, but functionality is a little more important. Aesthetics is the thing. It is important.
All right, so you guys, we asked how many parts are in a Glock? Correct answer. Josh, you are already building the gun. You've already gone through everything, made your decision?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? What's it gonna be? What do you think?
I am doing kind of what I would want to carry.
Now, you said your carry gun's a little different. It's kind of tricked out.
Yes, I have.
What are the special things that you did to your carry gun?
I had the slide milled and lightened, which these are already done. I carry with an optic, flashlight, magwell, which I've got all of that picked out here. And then I did some stippling on my frame. Then the bonus box comes out.
Brownells bonus box means you get to come up here, you get to pick 3 items out of it, you have 45 seconds. All right, so you guys, we asked how many parts are in a Glock? Correct answer, 34. So the closest to that number was Josh.
When the Brownells box came out, I wasn't sure if I was gonna have a chance to pick anything or if it was just gonna be the other challenge winners.
3 items, ready?
Ready.
Go.
Grabbed the flashlight. They had the threaded, fluted black barrel. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Definitely grabbing that. So I was debating on doing the compensator or not, but ended up grabbing the extra ammo instead.
You're good. Good deal. Keep building.
Went with an everyday carry type build. That's why I went with a smaller model like the 19, the Lone Wolf 19.
Jimmy, you already have an art project going here. What are we doing?
We're just laying out some borders. We're going to try to do a little plastic surgery.
All right, a little plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So you have an idea of what kind of gun you're looking to build?
We only do pirate themes.
Only pirate things?
Only pirate themes.
Okay. So are you going to make it cool?
It's going to be awesome.
You're looking around like you want affirmation that was a good joke.
You know what a pirate's favorite rifle is, right?
I do not.
It's an AR-15.
AR, I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, I
like
can't
that.
wait to see a pirate-themed pistol.
We have a functioning gun.
Okay, and they're doing all this cutting on them, but neither one of those guns have been assembled or tested yet.
No.
Just cutting them up. We don't even know if they work yet.
Chop shop.
Chop shop.
Man.
When I decided to get my theme together, I immediately wanted to go to the aesthetics of the gun. That's just what I feel comfortable doing.
And it makes me sweat, so I know they're sweating. I'm not even the one looking at the workpiece yet.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think Jimmy is sweating. He knows what he wants to do, and he's just gonna get it done.
Cool as a cucumber.
Paint.
Sir,
I'm ready to paint.
you ready to paint?
You ready to paint?
Is that okay?
Woo!
That's all right with us.
Hey, I'm just happy
Hey,
to be
did
here.
you know why the pirate joined a gym?
Why's that?
To improve his booty.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
That's a good one. That's my favorite so far.
That's the process I use in my shop. The first thing we do is we paint and get everything, and then we assemble. When I started my build, I started off to do a scallywag pirate build, and the paint decided it wanted to do something different, and so I let the paint guide me. I've never done anything like it, so it's definitely an original. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go paint and let him take a break.
Buildbox. Brought to you by Timney Triggers, Real Avid, Aero Precision, GunTalkTV.com, and Hollow Sun.
I felt like that both competitors were strong competitors, and I'm not saying, I just felt like he was going to be a direct competitor, and he had already won a challenge. All right, let's see. I'm going to go paint and let him take a break.
From the very beginning, I was just waiting for Jimmy to throw the little red flag. As soon as he started saying it, I heard it in his voice. I knew it was coming. I'm like, oh, okay, now we got to go do this.
We got your favorite. The SIG 320 and 10 millimeter. You got 30 rounds and 10 targets.
Okay.
Load and shoot.
Ran outside, went and did the shooting challenge. 2 or 3 of the groups of targets, they were paired up. 2 or 3 of them, I shot the first one and it knocked the second one off anyway. So that actually worked out pretty good, saved me some time.
Oh, ground it. Get out.
But it was fun.
Is he grinding sights
I
down?
didn't expect this.
They didn't have any tall iron sights in there that I could find. Yeah, we're gonna put a dovetail filler in there. Those dovetails exposed like that really are gonna pull away from a gun. So I tried to make a nice filler to seal off that dovetail. I wanna have all the mass on here that's gonna be there.
Yeah, smart. Smart, very smart.
I think my design started off to be what we call shipwreck, and I couldn't pull the colors off to make that happen. So then I went to another pattern design we call shattered. I started going with blues and grays and blacks, and then as soon as I started and I'd already got my first couple colors on, I look over and the next competitor is going with blues and grays and blacks.
I leaned into it pretty hard. They're making jokes about my shirt. I like my shirt. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make that my thing, and we're gonna do a camo gun. I did the gray, the 2 different shades of gray, and then the blue. When I'm not wearing this, I wear a lot of blue, and so I was like, yeah, it's gonna blend into my normal clothes. If it's gonna be a concealed carry gun, it might as well blend into what you wear.
Builders, 1 hour down, 2 hours left. How we feeling?
Pretty good. Man, not too bad.
2 hours left, Jimmy.
No problem.
No problem.
I want to build 2.
Dual wielding.
I'm gonna build 2.
Be confident.
Fits the pirate theme,
We are 100. He's 100% missing the pirate thing.
He is. There's
Okay.
no gold, there's no silver, where's the booty?
Yeah. He's missed the ship.
Where's the booty, he said.
I think the other guys, as far as their build speed, they were a little bit ahead of me. They kind of had a further start, but again, my strategy was to make sure the gun, number 1, functioned correctly. One of the main function tests of a pistol is to make sure that the firing pin is hitting the primer. And a really good simple way of doing that is just drop a pencil or a pin down the barrel and pull the trigger and see if it goes up.
There we go.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back without the gun.
For more paint?
No, we're done. It's in the oven.
Glock builds in general are fairly straightforward. Whenever you start throwing in extra components and things like that out of stock, or trying to have a time constraint, especially on an aesthetic, paint, machining, polishing, it really puts a lot of pressure on it, and the littlest, simplest mistakes can cost you a lot of time on something like that.
In the box beside me, there's a lot of springs to assemble a guide rod, different pound pressure springs. So I was going to assemble a stainless guide rod.
This is what they make safety glasses for.
I believe that I grabbed a guide rod for a G17 or a Lone Wolf 17 versus a 19, which is a little bit, quarter inch or so longer.
I'd really already decided on a paint, motif, color pattern, and everything. As I went in to go get the acetone to clean up the gun, I realized both of the other builders were using both of the same grays, and of course, the royal blue. We can't have three of the same gun, so I had to pivot and really come up with something else. Didn't see any stencil material, so I kind of made do.
Next week on buildbox.
This says to redeem it at any time and handcuff your opponents for 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
I thought I was going to have time to do 2 of them.
You running out of time down there, Jimmy?
Oh man, I am.
I'm kind of building this as a tribute. He, like,
Something's wrong with that.
There's a couple paint smudges.
He's got 3 hours to do that, Kevin.
I
You're
know.
going to say that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
If they all functioned equally, then aesthetically, I think I win hands down.
Would you like to learn more about building your own gun? Go to buildboxtv.com for videos with tips and tricks to help you get started.